All right. Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday. 48 First Alert Meteorologist Eric Burke with you. And thanks for joining us for Weather Extra as always. A beautiful day yesterday. Didn't see a lot of sunshine, and that's one thing that we will be lacking as we go through the rest of your Tuesday as well. But temperatures this morning started off very comfortable, mild, mid to upper 50s, even had some 60s in Franklin County out the door this morning. If you look at our camera, though, on the right side of your screen, your phone, your tablet, your desktop, your TV, wherever you're watching us, we stream this on many platforms, 48 News app, of course, our website too, but little shake to that camera there along 565, and it's the pesky winds that we're going to be dealing with as we go through the entire day today. The closer we get to sunset, those winds will start to subside a little bit, but even a little bit of a breeze staying with us as we go through the overnight hours too. And that should do us a favor because it will keep our temperatures a little bit warmer and also eliminate the possibility of any dense fog developing for Wednesday morning's drive to work and school. I think we'll have some foggy starts coming on Thursday and Friday morning. Of course, we'll keep you updated on that, but yeah, hopefully you had a chance to maybe catch a glimpse of the total lunar eclipse. That blood moon this morning had that nice red tinge to it. The only problem is we had so much cloud cover. A lot of people on my Facebook page shared some of their photos. I had it up on our weather cameras like we have right here, looking at the moon, and you'd have a great shot of it, and I'm like, oh, this is perfect, showing the eclipse. Look at the red moon. And then I'd go on air this morning during our morning newscast, and the clouds would go in. A lot of you, unfortunately, missing out on that eclipse. You were either sleeping or you were just cloudy at the moment. But fly HSV Legion Cam along 565. You can just see some of the clouds. It's a pretty overcast day, and we are anticipating some breaks in the clouds as we go through the afternoon hours. I'm thinking we definitely see more cloud cover than sunshine today, but we still managed to warm up into those mid-70s. So that's pretty nice for early March. March the 3rd happens to be my niece's second birthday. That's how I know the date. But we are breezy. That wind is out of the south, pulling up some of that warmer air from the Gulf. You get that warm air advection, as we call it. Still enough to boost our temps. I think the warming right now is pretty slow, but these temperatures are going to shoot up as we go into the afternoon. Overnight, with the wind sticking around, the mainly cloudy skies, low temperatures stay mild at 57, high of 79. We are anticipating a bit more sun for your Wednesday. Doesn't look to be terribly breezy. I mean, we'll have a breeze out there, but we won't be seeing the wind gusts 15 to 25 like we were expecting through the day today up until sunset. But 79 degrees, our average high this time of year is 61. So we're close to 20 degrees above average, and we are 20 degrees above average there on Thursday, and that's the start of a pretty substantial warm-up. All right, let's check our temperatures right now. A little slow to warm, and it's feeling even cooler right now over DeKalb County towards Sand Mountain, out into Jackson County, Scottsboro as well. Low to mid-60s elsewhere, but don't worry, our warm-up is coming. Just going to take a little time with the lack of the sunshine that we have. So the rest of the day today, as we go through mid to late morning, notice how future radar and satellite starts to bring in a few breaks in the cloud cover. And some of you might stay cloudy for the entire day. Others will see some occasional peaks of sun. But you see the yellow letter and number there. That's the wind out of the south, sustained around 13 miles per hour. But through the evening commute, we'll hit those high temperatures in the low to mid-70s. Tomorrow morning, we start off partly, maybe mostly cloudy, maybe even a small chance of seeing some drizzle if you're in our western counties. But those morning temps in the mid to upper 50s are quite nice. Mainly sunny, partly cloudy, off and on as we go through the day on Wednesday. Look at our temperatures even at noon, lunchtime, and we're sitting comfortably in the mid to even upper 70s. Later on in the afternoon, I think if you're in the shoals, you probably have a good chance of hitting 80 degrees. So unseasonably warm stretch of days will continue here over the next several days, and we tend to get a little bit spoiled. When you see the last day on your 10-day forecast, we might get a few complaints about that, but mentioned the warm-up this morning will be pretty gradual and slow, but then once we hit basically the noon hour, our peak daytime heating happening, and then we see those temps warming up into the low to even mid-70s. So a nice afternoon all in all. It will be just gusty at times. Some of those winds probably hitting 20, 25 miles per hour And we look as we go into Friday now. Now, Friday is our next chance of maybe seeing some scattered light rain showers, potentially through the afternoon and evening. Hoping we stay dry. I've got a tee time on Friday with my friends. We used to play golf Friday afternoon, and I don't want to get rained on. Weather-wise, temperatures will be great in the 80s. Now, we go into Saturday morning, and we really start to see more clouds starting to build in. Saturday, probably a mainly cloudy day. Temperatures will still manage to warm up, though, into the upper 70s to low 80s. Now, as early as the noon hour, we start to see future radar throwing out some of those green blobs, and that would just be some light scattered showers initially. But look at the top left-hand corner of the box on the right side of your screen, and off to our north and west, it looks like we've got some pretty decent coverage of the rain showers with potentially a few storms embedded in here, too. Now, tricky part about your weekend forecast is the models are going back and forth between every run. The European and American GFS model not necessarily agreeing with our rain and storm potential for the weekend. I think I've seen enough runs hinting at least scattered showers and storms, so we will include that in your forecast for both Saturday and potentially Sunday. But it really just depends on a ridge of high pressure off to our east. It's actually off the coast of the Atlantic. If that ridge starts to kind of backtrack a bit to the west, that will essentially protect us and keep the severe weather threat and showers and storms to our north and to our west. But this is a tough forecast. It's Tuesday morning. We've got a long time before your weekend. I would just say, as of right now, potentially anticipate some delays or interruptions maybe to your outside plans for the weekend. We are not looking at start to finish rain showers and storms for Saturday or Sunday. You will have dry hours. It just depends on kind of how this setup evolves over the next couple of days. Friday, the severe weather threat will be well to our west. I think if you're out there in the plains, potentially, places like Oklahoma, Kansas, Arkansas, for example, they might have a significant severe weather threat. I'm not seeing it for us, especially for Friday. As we get closer to the weekend, we'll keep you updated on any threat of strong to severe storms. But maybe even early Sunday morning, we'll have some additional rounds of rain showers, potentially some showers and storms popping up as we go into the afternoon hours of your Sunday too, although it looks like future radar's kind of backed off a little bit on the coverage of Sunday's rain and storm potential. But this is going to be an evolving forecast, one of those ones that will change several times between now, Tuesday morning, and the closer we get to the weekend, we'll have a much better idea as far as timing and impacts go. So stay with us right here on air on your 48 weather app. And of course, here, Weather Extra, just giving you the latest, kind of the more in-depth look at your forecast here. Rainfall totals, this is all dependent on how the weekend evolves, but we are looking at a quarter to half an inch of rain. So that's a decent amount of rainfall for a March event with potential for 2 days of rain and storms there on both Saturday and Sunday. The one good thing about this, not only are we getting into kind of high fire danger season, I know we've had some fires burning late. Some are prescribed burns, others are just wildfires that spark up however they do, machinery or anything like that. Something we'll continue to watch, but it should at least wet things down. That's always good. Any moisture is welcome, and it will also help knock down the pollen count, and it's that tree pollen that is just pretty brutal this time of year, and it's going to continue to go up. In the very high category for Thursday and Friday, a lot of that has to do with just things being warmer as far as temperatures, but also the direction of the wind. You have to think locations to our south, they're already seeing a lot of their trees kind of going through their pollination stage, and that's all going to get pulled up. So we get the pollen from the south, and we get our pollen increasing too. But rain showers, that's the best way to clear the air of any pollen and particulates. So we might get some relief as far as the pollen count as we go closer to the weekend. It does look like we'll see at least some form of rain and storms. 57, mostly cloudy overnight. Tomorrow's a day that could bring us maybe some early peaks of sun, and then we're kind of partly to mostly cloudy again. But look at our temperatures warming up here into the mid to upper 70s, and not as much wind out of the south and southwest, at probably 5 to 10 miles per hour. Occasional wind gust, potentially hitting about 15. But today is definitely going to be the windier of the next couple of days. So once we get today behind us, we really have a nice stretch with warmer temperatures. Might have to turn on that air conditioning even by the end of the week. It's up to you, your comfort level, and how much you care to spend on your utility bill there. But you get to your extended forecast. I just want to point out daylight saving time does begin on Sunday morning. No matter how you feel about it, clocks are springing forward 1 hour Also, a good reminder to change the batteries on your smoke detector, carbon monoxide detector, NOAA weather radio. So tomorrow, 79, 81 Thursday, 83 degrees on Friday. Friday could bring us some light scattered showers for the afternoon and evening. Then we get into the weekend bringing a lot of questions and uncertainty as far as rain and storm potential for Saturday and Sunday. We will keep you updated on your weekend. It's important to you. It's important to us, especially and with things getting warmer, your kids' sports are in full swing. And then even the trend stays a bit unsettled as we go into the early part of next work and school week. And then it looks like we get a front coming in on Wednesday of next week. Chances for rain showers increasing. And then you see the drop in temperatures at about 20 degrees. Now, we're not going back to, brutal winter temperatures, but that 77 to 58 is a pretty significant temperature swing. So that's going to wrap up Weather Extra here on this Tuesday morning. I hope you get outside, enjoy the beautiful day. I'll be on Tennessee Valley Living at 11 o'clock with Peyton Walker, back to the full 1-hour version of TVL, and I'll be on your newscast at noon with Gina Benitez. So have a great rest of your day. Thanks for your time, and thanks for joining me for Weather Extra.